and a pleasant well Sports Network. And oh my, we have a doozy for you tonight here from Dawson Field at Melbourne. It's the 14-2 and number 3 state-ranked Lake Brantley Patriots and the number 9 state-ranked Melbourne Bulldogs in a battle here. And Jazzy Francik on the bump tonight will take you around the infield and the outfield for the Bulldogs coming up in just a second. But for Lake Brantley, under the guidance and tutelage of skipper Jacob Stanley, it's going to be Catherine Conway, Kylie Strott, and Briston Bordeaux. 1, 2, 3. Francik gets Conway to swing and miss at the first offering. The second pitch is strike 2, and Francik and her 246 strikeouts in 111 2/3 innings is ahead of Conway 0-2. Now these two teams have played before. Recently, last year, played a 12-inning thriller. Won by nothing. The 0-2 pitch to Conway is ball. Welcome. Glad that you could be aboard with us tonight. Tonight's game is brought to you by Kendall Signs. Design, installation. We'll get the bottom banners up here in just a little. I'm a little late starting tonight, so bear with me if you would. Francik's 1-2. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. 1 out. And that'll bring up Kylie Strott. Kylie leads Lake Brantley in hitting. The UCF commit with 3 home runs this year, batting over 400 for Coach Jacob Stanley. So headed off to play for the Knights next year. She's a catcher. You're going to see a couple of future Atlantic Coast Conference stars in the circle tonight. Francik, of course, on her way to FSU, and Gabriella Mike on her way to Duke. 1-0 to Strott. The on-deck hitter is Briston Bordeaux. High, ball 2. So 2-0 to Strott, a hitter's count now. Taking you around the Melbourne infield. It'll be Riley McKellar at third, Nadia English at short, Haley Cottrell at second. Over at first will be Alyssa Arnold. Swung on and missed for strike 1. From left to right in the outfield. In left field is Camden Hurd. In center, Haley Turner. In right, Ashley Burkmeyer. And the power hitting catcher, Alicia Thompson, behind the plate. 2-1, 1 out here. Francik to Strott. Strike 2. 2-2. Now, good pitch by Jazzy. A little off. And Strott now 2 balls and 2 strikes. I apologize for the camera shaking. Not anything I can do about that with a 30-mile-an-hour gust. We'll get the scoreboard up here in a minute. The 2-2. Strike 3. And 2 outs here in the top of the first. And that'll bring up Briston Bordeaux. Lake Brantley comes in batting .308 as a team as Bordeaux swings and misses at strike 1. A good hitting team. And Bordeaux this year is batting .348. Francik with the 0-1 to Bordeaux. Make that 0-2. So 0-2 now to Briston. I like that name, Briston. Seeing as how I'm not having any more kids, I'll just have to like Briston's name. 0-2 outside for a ball. Oh, you never know. I mean, there might be a future Missy Slaughter-Zinski, right? Yeah, hey, right. No, I'm pretty sure. 1 and 2. At least on the kids, anyway. Francik to Bordeaux, swung on and missed. And Jazzy strikes out the side. 1, 2, 3. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Lake Brantley, nothing. Melbourne coming to bat. Right. No, I got you. Welcome back here to Dawson Field. Francik goes 1, 2, 3 as Gabriella Mike steps in now. The Duke commit to flash her stuff, and she begins just as Francik did with a strike. And it'll be Ashley Burkmeyer, Riley McKella, Jazzy Francik, Alicia Thompson, Nadia English, Alyssa Arnold. That one way up high. Nadia English, Alyssa Arnold, Haley Cottrell, Haley Turner, and Camden Hurd for Melbourne. And we'll tell you a little bit about Miss Mike here in a second. Second pitch is a strike. Let's take you around the infield. It's going to be from third to first. It'll be Kayla Morris, Kira Beltre at short, Catherine Conway at second, and Krista Bordeaux at first. High, ball 2 and 2 in the outfield for Lake Brantley. It'll be Ariana Turner, Harris Gillum, and Addison Martindale. And Gabriella Mike's battery mate behind the plate is Kylie Strott. And we'll give you Strott's numbers here. And the count moves to 3 and 2, or I'm sorry, Mike's numbers here. She's 6-0 this year with a 1.07 ERA. She's given up 25 hits, 9 runs, 7 of them earned, walked 14, 74 strikeouts in 47 innings pitched. And she gets strikeout number 1. So 4 up and 4 down via the. That'll bring up Riley McKella. Now, Melbourne comes in batting just .243 as a team this year, so they're going to have to get the bats going for sure tonight. Gabriella Mike on her way to Durham, North Carolina. She'll be attending Duke University. McKella steps in, and there's a ground ball, and up and over to Bordeaux for out number 2. So if you're scoring along with me at home, and, well, I'm sure you are, that's a 4-3. Nice play there to stay down on that by Catherine Conway. And the Bulldogs leading hitter steps in, Jazzy Francik. Jazzy batting .333 this year, and she'll look at a ball high, 1-0. We've got broadcast all over the place tonight. We got lacrosse, 3 games on softball. Strike low. 1-1. 2 outs here. Oh, you're fine. Mike, foul tip by Francik, and the count will move to a ball and 2 strikes. So an opportunity for Gabriella to set the Bulldogs down in order here in the top of the first. No score between 2 of the best teams in the state of Florida. Oh, my goodness. The changeup is a beaut, Clark, and that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. We go to the top of the second. No score. Yeah. All right. Welcome back here. I'll get the thing off the screen here in a minute. And there we go. And the first pitch offering by Francik is fouled off. And this Kayla Morris, Kira Beltre, and Ariana Turner due up here in the visitors' top half of the second inning here. 0-1 from Francik, who struck out the side in the top of the first. The pitch squares the bunt, pulls it back. It's high. Glad you could be with us tonight. Always a pleasure having you. One and one. Squares the bunt. That's a strike. 1-2. The bunt, one of the most exciting plays in baseball or softball. Everybody's got to move from the left fielder to the right fielder, from the first baseman to the third baseman to the shortstop and the second baseman. Pretty much covers everybody. 1-2. Fouled back to the screen. And the count remains the same. The on-deck hitter is Kira Beltre. Good baseball, softball name. Beltre. Pitch. There's a slow grounder. And down to first baseman Haley Turner. She steps on the bag. I'm sorry, Alyssa Arnold. She steps on the bag for out number 1. Sorry about that. Alyssa, my apologies. That's a ball high, 1-0 to Beltre. A little low. Beltre, a 296 hitter. She's got 10 RBI. She's got 2 home runs this year. By the way, Lake Brantley's belted 11 of them this year. The 2-0. Swung on and missed. 2-1. See if we can't straighten this thing up here a little bit. There we go. Hopefully that does it. I can't stand looking at it on an incline there. The 2-1. Strike 2, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Beltre. Ariana Turner is on deck. A lot of people with eyes on this one tonight. The 2-2. Strike 3 for out number 2, the 4th of the night for Jazzy. Francik, of course, started her career at Holy Trinity, where you can pitch as a 7th grader, and she did. And in her career, 964 strikeouts. Add 4 more, make it 968 now. Nothing and 2, or outs, 2 outs, I should say. And the batter is Ariana Turner. And Ariana's a 250 hitter this year. Francik 1-0. The pitch. So that's a strike. Nice job by Alicia Thompson to frame that up. And it's 1-1. Looked a little low. And Alicia pulled it right back up. So 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 outs here. On the outside portion of the plate, 2-1. Get used to this tonight. Zeros on that scoreboard. I should have got a hotel to sponsor us tonight because we'll be here a while. 1 strike, 2 outs. The pitch, square. Oh, nice. Nice thought. 2-2 now. So deuces are wild. There's 4 twos on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The turn card pitch coming from Francik to Turner. We'll be right back here tomorrow night for the Cape Coast Conference Championship, and right back here Friday for senior night. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Pitch, strike 3, and that will end the inning. So 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. All right, welcome back here to Dawson Field. Bottom of the second inning, no score between these two, and it'll be popped up. This is trouble with the wind. Oh, what a great job. I'll tell you what, that's a lot harder than it looks. And as Catherine Conway hauls that in, that wind, anything over 50 feet tonight is going to create a problem. And she stayed with it and stayed with it and stayed with it and hauled it. Great play by her. And that'll bring up the senior Nadia English, the Stetson commit. Now, Nadia not having the year at the plate she wants, but she, you know, if you know Nadia, she has a work ethic, and she has had an outstanding high school softball career, and she's done a lot of things to help this team win this year. Pitch low, and it's 2-0 to Nadia. Oh, Nadia with a shot that gets through for a base hit. And Nadia English with her 9th hit of the year. And the Bulldogs have a runner on with 1 out. And Alyssa Arnold coming to the plate. Nice piece of hitting by Nadia. And she is a threat to go. Steal, that is. I couldn't move the camera fast enough to keep up with that one. Mike to turn. Oh, there's a slapper and double play. Nothing at all Nadia English could do. The line drive hauled in by Briston Bordeaux, and all she had to do was step on the bag to end the inning, and that will end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We head to the top of the third, and yep, you guessed it, no score. I want to thank Kendall Signs, Design, Installation, and Sales. The information at the bottom of the screen. As we head to the top of the third inning, 321-636-5116. Tomorrow, I'm going to present the 2022 PSN. No, that's not a mistake. Just a little late to get these plaques out here. To the Player of the Year and the Manager of the Year. Dan Adele split with Tom Fadul from Satellite, and Jazzy Francik, our Player of the Year, 2 years running. And stepping in to help her own cause will be Gabriella Mike, the pitcher. So this will be a pitcher-to-pitcher matchup here. And Gabriella turns and squares the bunt. Gabriella, 233 hitter. She's got 10 RBIs, though, 5 doubles. She, too, with one of the 11 home runs Lake Brantley has crushed this year. 1-0 from Francik to Mike. Low. Two and 0. Francik back in the circle, falls behind here. 1 hit in the game thus far. It came last inning to Nadia English. Swung on and missed. Mike was on it, just over it. And it's 2-1 to the Duke commit. All right, I finally can see my comments. So she squares the bunt. And let's get rid of everybody that's trying to fake you out with a fake stream that doesn't exist. There we go. We'll say hello to Nicole Poudrier, Bailey Holland, Miss Cindy Turner, Daryl Duran, Dana Mullen. Thank you, Dana. Can always count on you to correct me. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Sorry, Cocoa Beach. Not Holy Trinity. I forgot. And that'll bring up Lauren Compton, the designated player tonight. I'd like to welcome those watching from Lake Brantley tonight. Had a great conversation, text conversation today anyway, with Coach Jacob Stanley. Great guy. 1-0. Offered our services to him. 1-0. Francik swung on and missed. 1-1. Let us know where you're watching from. It says top of the 4th up there, but it's top of the 3rd. And that's a strike. Guess my oversized thumb hit the wrong button, so my apologies there. Lake Brantley and Melbourne Patriots, the number 3rd ranked team. I'll tell you something that's crazy to me here. Maybe somebody can explain it to me. 1-2. Strike. Ooh! 2-2. That's called going a little early, Alan. 2-2. I'll just wait for the signal this time. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nice at bat here by Lauren Compton. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Jazzy eyes up the signal. Here's the pitch. Oh, nice piece of hitting. It's going to drop for a single. And what an at-bat by Lauren Compton. I had her struck out, and she singles. Nice piece of hitting there. And that's going to bring up Harris Gillum. And that's what happens when you battle. So Lake Brantley with 1 on and 1 out here, and Harris Gillum to the plate. Watching from due east of you. Outstanding. Cheering on from Bulldogs from Tallahassee. Tallahassee. Used to love the way Keith Jackson said that. Tallahassee. 0-1 here. Pitch and squares the bunt. It's now 0-2 to Gillum. And she's a .302 hitter. She's got 2 home runs this year with 5 doubles and 11 RBIs. So up and down the lineup, Lake Brantley's got those hitters that can drive in runs. 0-2. Francik to Harris. Strike 3. Nice pitch. 2 outs. Back to the top of the lineup with Catherine Conway up. Conway struck out her first time up. So top of the 3rd here. Brian Strott says, "Go Patriots, go Kylie." Brian must be extremely proud. His daughter heading to UCF to play softball. She is on deck. Francik, the 0-1. And the slap that added there makes it 0-2 now. So Catherine Conway is going to have to battle now. The runner at first is Lauren Compton. And there's
Runners, 2 outs here in the top of the third. Ignore the scoreboard. Obviously, I can't count. And we got, Alicia must have caught one on the fingertip there on the foul tip. That's a stinger, so we'll probably spray it down with something cold and send her back out. Two good catchers Melbourne has. Skylar Troyan does some catching as well. We saw we did a Melbourne game earlier this year in which she came in for Alicia. And yeah, I think, yeah, that hurts. All right, we'll step aside. We'll be right back here on the Brevard Sports Network. Alicia's tough. She's tough. I think she lost a nail in this job here. But tape it up and play on, says Alicia. And now's the time of the night. I'm sorry I forgot my sweatshirt. And it is 0-2. The wind is blowing straight in, so that bodes well tonight for Melbourne, who's not a power hitting team this year. Lake Brantley is. So 0-2, Francik. The pitch, low and outside. Ball 1 to Conway. The 1-2 coming. Strike 3 called on the outside corner, and that'll end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the third. And sing along with me at home. No score. All right, hey, welcome back here to Dawson Field. No score, bottom of inning number 3. And it's Haley Cottrell, Haley Turner, and Camden Hurd. So the Haleys all up here. Well, actually, there's another Haley. One and one. Nice pitch, a little high. 2-1. Low. And it's 3-1. So Haley Cottrell with an opportunity here to draw a leadoff walk. Wouldn't be surprised to see her take another pitch here. She does, and it's a ball. And Cottrell is on with a leadoff walk, which sets up, if you know softball, then you know when you've got two great pitchers, lots of opportunities coming up. And look, I don't know that there's anybody else right now you would want coming to the plate in this situation than Haley Turner. Certainly in big games, Haley has proven herself to be more than clutch, and an opportunity here to at least get a runner over or get her around to third, and she bunts, and that's high. It's a nice pitch. Jammed her. Turner this year a .263 hitter. She's got a triple, 2 doubles, and 10 RBIs. But she certainly last year in the state championships, 2 big hits in that one to propel Melbourne past Bartow. And then again, in the actual state championship against Doral Academy, it was her hit that scored the winning run, what would be the winning run, as Melbourne, the defending 6A state champs, and right back in the mix again. And I tell you, the thing that confuses me is you look at the rankings on MaxPreps, and Lake Brantley's 3rd and Melbourne's 9th. You look at and that one's dropped and foul. And you look at the national rankings, the X something national rankings they put up. But anyway, Melbourne is 15th in those. Lake Brantley is 26th. So I don't gather how they could be ranked 6 spots higher and then 11 spots lower in the national rankings. It just didn't make any sense to me. But then again, we still don't know exactly what the compute rate is for the MaxPreps rankings. It's a proprietary thing with them, and they don't reveal all of it. High. And down. Slides the ball's into center field. Backed up and bobbled out there. And so Cottrell is now at second. And Turner's got 2 strikes on her. And 2 balls now. And right now, Gabriella Mike is high with everything. So the Bulldogs are threatening here in the bottom of the 3rd with nobody out and a runner at second. Camden Hurd is on deck. Pitch, low and outside, it's full. And, you know, obviously you never want to put more runners on base than you have to, but with first base open, maybe not a bad idea to have an opportunity to get a force at third here. 3-2, strike 3. What a pitch. 1 out and a needed out. And that's going to bring up Camden Hurd. Camden squares. Nice bunt by Camden. That'll advance the runner. And they'll get Camden. Nice sacrifice by Camden Hurd. And Cottrell now stands at third with the top of the lineup. Coming up. So Hurd gets it down. 2 outs. Now base hits needed here to drive in the run. Pitch, low and outside. Berkmeyer struck out her first time up. 1-0 to Ashley. Strike 1, 1-1. The Bulldogs with the go-ahead run. And in a game like this, you never know what that 1 run can mean. The the 1-1 as she squares the bunt. Coach Dan Adele yells, same thing. So it's 2-1. Let's see if Berkmeyer indeed tries to lay one down here. We've seen Coach Adele do it. He did it against Bartow. Pulls it back, and it's 3-1 now. The on-deck hitter is Riley McKellar, who grounded out her last time up. So 3-1 to Berkmeyer. Strike two, and Mike battles back. 3-2 now. Big pitch here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fouled back. Berkmeyer gets a piece to stay alive. Payoff coming. Oh, the changeup is on the outside corner. High. Ball 4. And there's runners at the corner now with 2 outs. And here comes Coach to have a conversation. Riley McKellar steps in. As I said, she grounded out her first time up. So looking for some contact here. And this is a great fielding team. Both of these teams are outstanding in the field. Lake Brantley, .952 fielding percentage. They've committed just 22 errors in 16 games. And Melbourne, .968. They've committed just 14 errors this season. So you got 2 teams here. That's why they're a top 10 team. Top 10 teams. So we're going to need a play here or a strikeout. As Riley McKellar steps in, she goes to bunt, and obviously Berkmeyer will take second on the catcher's indifference. And you don't want to get to the third hitter here, which is Jazzy Francik. She leads the Bulldogs in hitting this year, batting .333. So this is the hitter you want to get if you're Gabriella Mike, and she is outside for a ball, 1-1. Popped up and out of play, and Mike is ahead, 1-2. So now Riley McKellar must battle here. Let's see who will win the battle of the comeback. Will it be Mike or will it be McKellar? And McKellar in the right, foul ball, just foul. That wind is, look at that flag. That wind is blowing hard, about 25 miles an hour to right field, and it is because of that wind that ball went foul. But a good piece of hitting by Riley McKellar. But if you're Gabriella Mike, you just shake it off and go, ain't nothing but a strike. So 1-2 now, and we'll do it all over again. Strike 3 called on the outside corner, and that will end the inning. The Bulldogs threaten, but they don't score. We head to the top of the 4th, no score. All right, welcome back to the top of the fourth. The scoreboard's finally right. You know, they say a broken clock's right twice a day, so it was a wrong scoreboard at least once, right? So, as this will be Kylie and Kayla Morris here in the top half of the fourth. Rolling right along here. Melbourne will. The plan for this is that if we are tied by 10 o'clock, they'll win. And that is an out. Just the same as Catherine Conway, the second baseman for Lake Brantley. That ball was up there, and McKella with a nice job in the wind. Kristen Bordeaux steps up. She struck out her first time up. Many of you Jeff, thanks, buddy. How's that? Is that better? If I have to switch the cable, I'll take care of that. Let me know, Jeff, if that connection's any better. Hopefully it is. The wind is blowing, so it's blowing my cables all over the place. So 1 and 2 to Bordeaux. Now, if you're hearing a mute button, if you hear no sound at all, and then you're hearing sound, that's because I muted between innings. And it sounds good to me, Jeff. So let me know if it breaks down again. Yeah, so I mute it between innings so that you can't hear the music and all of that stuff, because then I got to share ad revenue with Tom Petty and everybody else. Not that I mind, but try to avoid it. So 0 and 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. I don't have any gold records. 0 and 2, Francik, the pitch, and there's a little slapper. This could be trouble. McKella up. Nope, she's safe. And that's an infield hit. And that's Kayla Morris with the infield hit. And that's going to bring up Kiara Beltre, who struck out her last time up. 2 outs, though, as Beltre steps in. And she squares the bunt. Could be the wind blowing on that cord, too. Francik, the 0-1. Make it. Ooh. Ooh. It missed. All I can tell you is that it missed. Thanks, Coach. I appreciate the heads up there on that. 1-1. Foul back to the screen, and off and running on the pitch was Morris, and Beltray is down in the count now, 1-2 with 2 outs. The 1-2, high, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs now, and follow the bouncing ball on the bottom of your screen. Deuce is wild. Turn card pitch coming. Francik to Beltray, the 2-2. High, ball 3, 3-2. I think she just called her Kiki. She did. So I'm going to call her Kiki. Kiki Beltray. Pitch. Back to the screen. So 3-2 now. So we'll do this all over again. And Morris will be off and running. There she goes. Ball low. And Lake Brantley with a 2-out rally here as Kiki Beltray walks. And that's going to bring up Ariana Turner. Ariana Turner struck out her first time up. So first and second now, 2 outs. Let's see what happens here. It's the pitch. High for a ball. 1-0. Jazzy's not the kind of pitcher, at least from all of the Melbourne softball that I've covered, that even in these situations you go out and try to settle her down. She'll work right out of it. Seen it 1,000 times. 1-0. Pitch. That's a strike. Now, the Cape Coast Conference Championships coming up tomorrow night. You'll see that right here on Brevard Sports Network. Melbourne and Astronaut. Astronaut, I tell you, the softball program has really done well this year. And the big win over Galley has beaten Rockledge. Come down here tomorrow night and play for the Cape Coast Conference. And should be a fun one here on Brevard Sports Network. You'll see it here. And then Thursday night, you'll see the Cape Coast Conference Baseball Championship between Merritt Island and Vieira. And then Friday, you'll see the Cape Coast Conference Track and Field Championships right here. The 1-1. Nice swing, but it was Byer. 1-2. Good pitch by Jazzy. So 1-2 now. Kiki Beltray is at first. Kayla Morris at second. 2 outs, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Outside. And we'll do it all over, the 2-2-2 all over again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs now. Game is 54 minutes old. Here in the top of the 4th, no score. 2 hits in the contest, 1 for each team. The 2-2, 3-2. That one is lifted into the gap. And 1 run will score, 2 runs will score, and on her way to third to try to get a triple. And she does with a bases clearing triple is Ariana Turner on a 2-2 pitch. And Lake Brantley leads it 2-0. What a piece of hitting by Ariana Turner. Great piece of hitting. And that'll bring up Gabriella Mike, who had to like seeing that from the on-deck circle. Pitch, high for a ball. 1-0. Clutch hit. Cyril, I hear you on that. Cyril Hopping asking where are those pitches missing. We're kind of at an angle here, so they look close, but not getting a lot of oohs and ahs from the dugout. So high, outside. It's tight, but the strike zone's been consistent. 2-0, and it's 2-1, and as you well know, that's really all we can ask for. We might not like it, but as long as it's consistent and both pitchers know where it needs to go. 2-1, and she squares the bunt. It's 2-2 now. Didn't get the bat pulled back. It was always my biggest thing as a pitcher was, just let me know where the zone is, and I'll do my best to hit it. 2-2-2 again. Strike 3. And that will end the inning, but not before. The Lake Brantley Patriots score 2 runs on a big 2-out, two-strike triple by Ariana Turner. We head to the bottom of the 4th, and the Patriots lead the Bulldogs 2-0. All right, Bulldogs got to get the bats going here. I'd like to thank Kendall Signs Design, Fabrication, and Installation. It'll be Jazzy Francik, Alicia Arnold, and Nadia English, the heart of the Bulldog order here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And Lake Brantley has jumped on top 2-0. The first pitch offering to Jazzy is a strike. And now, I'd be bothered by that one if I was Jazzy, because that was an inconsistent call right there. Pitch, and Jazzy takes one the other way, and that is cut off by the right fielder. But Jazzy leads off with a shot down the right field line, and you get the feeling that both of these teams are now starting to heat up a little bit with the bats, as Alicia Thompson will step in. Nice piece of hitting by Jazzy. And Jazzy going to get a pinch runner, probably. And it's going to be Sydney Hansen as Arnold steps in. Now, Alicia hasn't had the type of year she's wanted average-wise, but listen, Alicia's still capable of tying this thing up with one swing of the bat. And the last game we did, Alicia had a huge double in that one to give the Bulldogs the win. So far this season, she's batting 192. She's got a double, and that one is hit deep into right. It's gone! Home run! Slap me silly, Alicia Thompson. We're tied at 2. What a blast over the right field wall. How about it? 2-2. And just like that, We're tied. I think somebody just said she's capable. As Nadia English steps up. That ball got out of here in a hurry. I mean, I didn't even have time to give you the whole track wall thing. 2-0 now to Nadia English. 2-2. I was looking up. I was looking down at Alicia's numbers, giving them, and I heard the crack of the bat, and that thing just moved out of here. That's a strike at the knees. 3-1 now. Nice job, Alicia. I mean, and that's a walk. So a single, a home run, and a walk, and now the Bulldogs are starting to get on base. And this will be Alyssa Arnold. And Alyssa, she did the same thing last time. Look, that one wasn't a line drive, so a line out there again as Haley Cottrell steps in. Haley had the only hit of the game coming in. And now there's one out on the board. Pitch. That's a strike. 0-1. Brevard Sports Network. We'll be bringing you 3-4 more Melbourne softball games coming up. One and one to Cottrell. And she squares the bunt. Nadia will come back. That's the first bomb of the season for Alicia Thompson. What a softball game we got here, huh? Power pitching, a little bit of power hitting too. Oh my goodness gracious, that almost, let's just say, that would have hurt. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out. English at first. Haley Turner on deck. And it's 3-2. So the Bulldogs working the count. You like to see that. Again, they were batting just .243 coming in, and OBP matters. Swung on and missed. Great pitch. And Nadia English took off. I missed it. Sorry, the delayed steal. She's caught. So on the strikeout, throw out. And that's a great throw by the catcher, Kylie Strott. My apologies there. But that ends the inning. But not before. The Melbourne Bulldogs score 2 runs on 3 hits, or 2 runs and 2 hits. No errors, none left. We head to the top of the 5th. All tied up again, 2-2. All right, welcome back here as these two teams battling as promised tonight. Swung on and missed as Lauren Compton steps in. Lauren with a base hit her last time up. And we want to thank Kendall Signs for their sponsorship and welcome in EG Kicks. I'll tell you about EG Kicks in a minute. 0-1. Swung on and missed for strike two. And Francik's fired up. EG Kicks. The new movie Air just came out. Ben Affleck, Matt Damon. It tells you about the start, really, of the Nike company and their relationship with Michael Jordan. And I don't know about you, but growing up as a kid, I always had to have a pair of Air Jordans. And, of course, my mom made me get a part-time job to get them. High for a ball. But anyway, this movie goes into that. And what's it got to do with EG Kicks? Well, EG Kicks is one of those companies that can get those vintage Nikes. You're looking for the Jordan 6s, EG Kicks can get them. But they're only available on Instagram. Message them on Instagram, EG Kicks on IG. The pitch swung on and missed, strike three. And high fashion athletic shoes as well. He showed me a pair of shoes last week, tennis shoes, mind you, that retail for $30,000. I mean, are you kidding me? But anyway, if you wanted something like that, he could get them. Harris Gillum steps in, and Gillum swings and misses, and it's 0-1. One out. The heart of a champion. You saw it from the Bulldogs there in the bottom of the fourth. Didn't fret about being down 2-0. And this is going to be a battle here. 0-2. Lake Brantley wants to snap that two-game losing streak to Melbourne. Swung on and missed. Strike three, and Francik is back in a groove again as we go back to the top of the lineup and Catherine Conway. 10 strikeouts now for Jazzy. And they just accumulate quick, don't they? Oh, a little slapper down the left field line, but foul. That was high. I thought it was going to be a ball, but Conway not turned on it, but slapped it. 0-1. And it's 0-2. And Alicia was smiling like a butcher's dog coming around third base. Happy. Get that monkey off of her back. Putting one out of here. Oh, and 2. Outside 1-2. So happy for her. And you never know this part of the season what something like that can propel a player who has struggled this year at the plate to do against a great team like Lake Brantley. And that one is slapped foul. And the count will remain a ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2, 2 outs here. Pickup truck brigade is out there, all lined up in left field. Pitch. It missed. That's only because He said it did. I don't know where that one missed. And it's 2-2. 2 outs. But deuces are really wild. There's 5 of them on the board. And it's 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here. And another slapper. And foul. Conway battling. Francik and Conway with a good one here. I tell you, heck of an at-bat. She's got to make it count now, and Francik, of course, wants it to go away. Going to try and blow one by her. Kylie Strout's on deck, and we saw what Lake Brantley did with 2 outs last inning, so you certainly don't want to put the leadoff hitter on in the lineup with 2 outs with the big power-hitting Straught coming up. 3-2. Here's the pitch. And that time she nearly decapitated Coach Jacob Stanley. Good battle. I'll shut up and let it finish out here. Ball 4. And Conway wins the battle. Heck of an at-bat. As Kylie Straught steps in, she is struck out and popped out. 0-4-2 officially. So just as Thompson was capable of tying it with one string, so is Straught. She'll look at strike 1. Straught comes in with 3 home runs this year. And with as hard as Jazzy throws, if she can get the bat head on it. Oh and 1. Nice pitch. Jazzy takes a little off, and it's 0-2. And Straught in an 0-2 hole now has got to battle here. Senior catcher headed to UCF against the junior pitcher headed to FSU. The 0-2 coming. Wow, 1-2. Popped up, playable. Francik says, I got it. She does, and that will end the inning. 1 run, or no runs on no hits, no errors, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the 5th. We got us a good old-fashioned slobber knocker here. Back in a moment here on Brevard Sports Network. Be sure to join me May 6th at the Duran Golf Club for the Marcus May Foundation Golf Outing. Former Florida Gators, current and former NFL players will be on hand, and we'll all try to look like John Rahm as we hit the golf course that day for the Marcus May Foundation's first annual golf outing. For more information, visit maygolfouting.com. All right, we head to the bottom of the fifth inning here to be Haley Turner, Camden Hurd, and back to the top of the lineup again with Ashley Burkmeyer. So Haley Turner steps in, and Turner tonight has struck out in her only plate appearance. Gabriella Mike still in the circle for Lake Brantley. First pitch offering is off the outside portion of the plate, 1-0. Fouled back and out of play, and it's 1-1. Camden Hurd is on deck. She had a nice sacrifice her first time up. 1 ball and 1 strike. Mike to Turner, high and outside, ball 2. 2-1. So, there's an old statistic in baseball or softball. You get the leadoff hitter on, they score 65, 68% of the time. Well, that certainly happened for the Bulldogs last inning. That's a shoe ball. And it's 3-1. Three and 2 now. And there's a chopper back to Mike, up and over to Bordeaux, and that's 1 out. That's right, she did that. She hit that home run with a nail that was broken off. Did Alicia Thompson. Camden Hurd steps in. Hurd again with a sacrifice her first time up, and a nice one, too, at that. First pitch sacrifice. Advanced the runner. Bulldogs stranded her. As Ashley Burkmeyer comes out. First pitch is a strike. Strike 2. Strike 2. The 0-2 coming. High for a ball. 1-2. Cyril said, wow. That's right, Al. 1-2. I was trying to be polite earlier. And that's strike 3 looking. The backwards K for Camden. Back to the top of the lineup. And Burkmeyer, Ashley Burkmeyer steps in. Ashley is struck out and walked. Bottom of the fifth, 2-2. That's a ball. 1-0. Riley McKellar would be next if Ashley Burkmeyer gets on. Pitch fouled back and off the screen, and it's 1-1. It's the Cape Coast Conference the rest of the week here on Brevard Sports Network, and Lacrosse District Championships for the boys, 1A7 and 2A8. You'll see those Thursday night. And we got Cape Coast Conference softball tomorrow night, Cape Coast Conference baseball Thursday night, and Cape Coast Conference track and field. All championships on Friday. The Cape Coast Conference Championships in track and field will take place at Satellite this year. That'll start at 4 o'clock Friday. The 1-2. Strike three called, and nice inning by Gabriella Mike as she sits the Bulldogs down and order. We'll go to the top of the sixth, 2-2. All right, welcome back here to the top of the sixth inning. And it is Briston Bordeaux, Kayla Morris, and Kiki Beltre due up. And so far tonight, Bordeaux has struck out and popped out to the third baseman. And this is popped up and called by Alyssa Arnold, and Arnold hauls it. One pitch, one out, top six. And Kayla Morris comes in. She grounded out and singled. Heck of an at-bat for her the last time up. So quick story here. A couple of weeks ago, I did a softball game here. My glasses fell onto the bench. I got here tonight, and lo and behold, there they were. I can see again. And there's a line drive into left field. Fair ball as she rounds first, is on her way to second with a stand-up double. So a nice piece of hitting. First pitch hitting by Kayla Morris, who is now 2 for 3 tonight. A single and a double as the Lake Brantley Patriots are threatening here in the top of the sixth. Little gathering of the minds at the mound. One out. Runner at second is Morris. The batter at the plate will be Kiki Beltre. And Kiki last time walked, struck out her first time. See what Jazzy, should she be bunting here? She is not bunting. Swinging away. Two to two's our score. No, nothing and one with one out. Pitch. Foul tip. I'll tell you what, Alicia's getting beat up back there tonight. But she won't feel it till tomorrow. She hit a home run tonight. Oh and 2 now to Kiki Beltre. Pitch. Outside for a ball, 1 and 2. I'd like to thank everyone watching here tonight on Brevard Sports Network. We most certainly appreciate you stopping by. Cyril Hopping, Daryl Duran, Crystal Sloboda, Michelle Williamson, Bailey Holland. Get good. Coach Shep, Dana Mullen, Sheila Freeney, Carol Hunter, Beth Strott, and Judy Hembry, all watching here tonight on Brevard Sports Network. 2-2. Foul tip hung on to strike 3. Sorry, I didn't know. All right. Dawson Field here. Welcome back. And it's 1-0 with 2 outs now. Pitch. Outside for a ball. 2-0 with 2 outs here. This is Ariana Turner at the plate. Ariana has struck out, and she hit the big triple last inning. Or last time up, I should say. Francik. That's a strike. 2-1. Coach wants Gabriella Mike is the on-deck hitter. Who will outlast who tonight? 2-1. 3-1. I thought that pitch was a strike in the last one. I'm just saying from my observations. 3-1, 2 outs here. Pitch. Strike 2. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs now. And pitch. Strike 3. Francik gets Turner and strands Kayla Morris at second. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 2-2.
Hello, Space Coast. Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank all of you for your support of BSN and allowing us to cover your student athletes and come into your home each and every night. Give us a follow on Facebook at Brevard Sports Network, and here's to many more years of top-notch sports coverage right here in Brevard County. Thanks again.
All right, welcome back to Dawson Field, bottom of the 6th. As Riley McKellar steps up in the heart of the Bulldogs lineup, coming up here in the bottom of the 6th. And that means the big home run hitter Alicia Thompson due up this inning. McKellar looks at a ball outside. She's grounded out and struck out tonight. Pitch. That one hits off the old shed. Top of the dugout. 1-1. Jazzy Francik is on deck. She singled last inning. And that one is hit. Will that get in the gap? No, but it'll get down for a leadoff base hit by Riley McKellar. And the Hawks here in the bottom of the 6th inning have a little something going. And Francik struck out and singled. So let's see the chess match that is about to embark here between Dan Adell and Coach Jacob Stanley. Because I would imagine we're going to be looking at steals, bunts, and all that good stuff coming up. Or just flat out smacking them over the fence. And Jazzy think Coach wanted time. Francik steps in. Will she be bunting or swinging? She's bunting. She lays a butte down and down to first. And McKella takes second. Great sacrifice by Jazzy Francik. And that brings up the power hitting catcher, Alicia Thompson. All she did her last time up was drive one over the right field wall. And her confidence has got to be soaring now. Her first dinger of the year. Gabriella Mike to Alicia Thompson. And Gabriella Mike said, at least not on the first pitch. She takes a little something off of that one and drops it in for a beautiful strike, a 0-1. I cannot believe I've not fallen off this ladder yet. Mike to Thompson. Ball. Tough ball, but a ball nonetheless. Gil Gomes says, let's go Patriots. Welcome, Gil. Welcome to the broadcast. The pitch is a ball, 2-1. Two balls and a strike, one out here. Changeup is in for a strike, and it's 2-2. And Gabriella has definitely changed her approach to Alicia this at bat. It's been nothing but one fastball, and the rest have been off speed of some sort. 2-2 now. Let's see if she tries to get her with a fastball here. Pitch. She does. It goes a little wild on her. 3-2. Nadia English on deck. And Nadia swinging a nice bat tonight. She had a single back in the second inning. Pitch. Oh, she waited on it. And around third, or holding at third, is McKella, and Thompson will take second. And Alicia Thompson with a clutch two-strike hit. And the Bulldogs now with runners at second and third, and just one out with Nadia English up. Nadia walked and singled. So a big inning here. No, one out, and the go-ahead run 60 feet away. I think it. Is that the distance in bases? In softball, 60 feet. And here comes Coach Jacob Stanley. Let's have a conversation with Gabriella here and his infield on what they're going to do. And what I would do is probably put a batter on here, try to get a force. But I'm standing behind a fence on a ladder broadcasting, so I'm pretty sure that's not what's going to happen. As a sight you don't like to see across the street at Holmes, a helicopter landing on the roof. Never Good thing. Our first one of the night. Thank God. Hopefully it's the only one. 2-2. That's the noise you hear in the background if you hear it. 2-2. 1 out. Runners at first and second. And Nadia English up. Mike. And English squared to bunt. And I don't know that I'd give Nadia a whole lot to hit here. Again, first base is open. 1 out here. It's not the run at first base that's going to kill you. It's that one at third. Nadia squares the bunt again, and this time it is 1-1. But I think, you're not the third-ranked team in the state and 14-2. You trust your arm. You trust your fielders. That's what's got you here. The 1-1. And that'll sit on the outside corner for 2-1. The on-deck hitter is Alyssa Arnold. Alyssa with 2 lineouts to the first baseman tonight. 2 balls and a strike to pitch right down Wickham Road. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 2-2. Off the outside corner, 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes here. 1 out. Mike to English. Strike 3. What a pitch on the riser. 2 outs. That's a clutch pitch right there, and that'll bring up Alyssa Arnold. See? What do I know? Put her on, Alan. All right, Alyssa Arnold with 2 liners. What can the Bulldogs do here with 2 outs? Strike 1, and I tell you what, Gabriella Mike is throwing as hard as she has all night right now. She is digging deep down inside for a little something extra. That is low. And it's 1-1. Riley McKella at third. She is the go-ahead run. High for a ball. 2-1. The pitch lifted into right field and hauled for the third and final out of the inning. The Bulldogs threaten, but they do not score. We head to the top of the 7th. We're tied at 2.
I'm Marcus May, and you're watching Brevard Sports Network.
My man.
All right, to the top of inning number 7 we go. And it'll be Gabriella Mike, Lauren Compton, and Harris Gilliam scheduled to hit. Jazzy Francik in the circle. Strike one. And it's 1-1. We've seen Dan Adele really excel over there in that third base coach's box at times, just like this, against teams just like this. High for a ball, 2-1. So we'll see what coach has got up. Am I going to be in your way? All right. 2-1. Two and two. And this is why you get, well, they're going to go to Lake Brantley next week. So Lake Brantley would have the final shot next week. But tonight it's the Bulldogs. They'll go to the bottom of the seventh inning, only needing the score to win. 2-0 to Mike from Francik. Nice pitch, strike three. Lauren Compton steps in, a single and a strikeout tonight. 14 strikeouts for Jazzy Francik tonight. And she is quickly ahead here to Lauren, 0-1. Once again, I can't thank all of you enough for joining me here tonight. As one of my all-time favorite broadcasters would say, thank you for coming, my friends. Foul tip back to the screen. 0-2. And you're all invited back tomorrow night. Wind blowing straight in. Couldn't be blowing any more in than that right there. The pitch from Francik is a ball off the outside corner, and it's 1-2. It's pretty good Masters over the weekend for you golf fans out there. Quite a run by the old lefty, Phil Mickelson. Brooks kept not really much on the final day there. The 1-2 fouled back to the netting, and it stays that way. John Rahm, a linebacker with a golf club in his hand, wins it. So 1-2. Francik. I'll tell you what, this is exactly what Lauren Compton did back in the second inning when she kept fouling pitches off and eventually singled against Jazzy. So 1-2, we'll see who wins this battle. Low, 2-2. The 2-2. She got a piece again. The on-deck hitter is Harris Gillum. So here we go one more time with another 2-2 pitch. Strike three, Francik with her 15th of the night. 2 outs here in the top of the seventh. Harris Gillum steps in, and she has struck out twice tonight. And she's way behind on that one, and 0-1 from Francik to Gillum. If Gillum can get on, that would bring up the top of the lineup in Catherine Conway. So in order for, if she doesn't, if the Bulldogs can't score, then they would see the top of the lineup in the top of the 8th. All right, 0-1. Francik to Gillum here. 2 outs, none on. 2-2. Top 7. Pitch. Strike 2. That's just so hard to catch up to. So hard to hit. I mean, that ball, you may hardly see it from here. The 0-2. High for a ball. Number 15 is the 3rd out in the top of the 7th. We're tied going into the bottom half of the 7th inning. 1 run wins it. All right, Haley Cottrell steps in. Bottom of the 7th inning. It'll be Cottrell, Turner, and Hurd scheduled to hit. Gabriella Mike returns to the circle here. She squares the bunt, and it's out and outside for a ball. Cottrell tonight with a single and a strikeout. Squares the bunt again, low and inside. Ball 2, 2-0. Gabriella Mike and Jazzy Francik have been fantastic tonight. Low. Ball 3, 3-0. This game an hour and 48 minutes old and not decided. That'll be a strike at the knees, 3-1. And I think you got to take another pitch here. I think you got to force her to throw another strike here. You gotta try to get on base here. That's a good take. 3-2. Now you gotta fight. Now if you're Haley Cottrell, you gotta fight. And if you're Gabriella Mike, you just want to wind up and do that. Strike 3. 1 out. Haley Turner steps up. Haley tonight struck out and grounded out to the pitcher. And Turner down the line. Foul ball. Good piece of slap hit. Well, it wasn't a slap. She was just a little late on it, but that was not a slap hit. That was a solid swing of the bat there. She was looking to put that one to the fence, and Turner can get around the bases in a hurry. Mike now says, well, it's nothing but a strike, and that one is popped up. It's not trouble, and hauled in for the second out. And coming to the dish will be Camden Hurd. Hurd has sacrificed and struck out. Pitch. That'll be a ball. That'll be a strike at the knees. 1-1. I'd like to welcome in Big Mike Moffitt, the Scott Sporting Goods, watching here on Brevard Sports Network. Welcome in, Mike. Came in at the right time as Hurd fouls that back to the screen. Riley McKella's on deck. She is the top of the order. What's that? Oh, no, I'm good. Thank you, Doug. Appreciate that. Thank you. What's up, buddy? Super sophomore is here. What happened over there? He's put in a 17-5. You're just going to take that with you tonight. 17-5, and you're welcome to stand on the bench and look over the thing if you want. So Vieira slapper is foul, and it's 2-2. So Jackson Robb has joined me over here from Tom McIntyre Stadium, where Vieira will face Vero Beach in the 2A 8 District Championship lacrosse game on Thursday night. Jackson will be on the call for that. How'd it go? Good? Good. Oh, Cocoa Beach upsets West Shore, huh? Caleb picked it. Got to give my man Caleb credit. As Hurd, it's been a good one here. 2-run home run by Alicia Thompson. This all happened in the same inning. They scored 2 on a triple, bases clearing triple. And then in the very next inning, Jazzy singled. And then Alicia Thompson got up, and she broke her fingernail off earlier in the game. Shot one over the right field wall. So everybody's caught up now. The 3-2, and that's ball 4. So, again, the Bulldogs need just one to win. And that would just, and a win right now over Lake Brantley would be their third consecutive over Lake Brantley. And in fact, it was by this score last year that they defeated the Patriots in 12 innings. As Riley McKella steps in, Gabriella Mike, and Cameron Hurd is an outstanding base runner. She'll swipe a base now. Pitch, slapped. Up and over to first, and that is the third and final out. No harm, no foul on the Hurd walk as we head to the top of the 8th inning. We're all tied at 2 here on BSN. there. All right, here we go. Ignore the scoreboard. It's the top of the 8th and top of the order. Catherine Conway steps in. She struck out twice and walked. And Francik's first pitch offering to her is a slapper. English backhand throws. And she's safe. And that's a leadoff single. She's apologizing. And the umpire says, you don't have to apologize. I'm just making sure you're okay. And she is, and that was a good hit. And that brings up the power hitting catcher, Kylie Strott, going to UCF. And they got the leadoff runner aboard here. Had Conway turned at all towards second, she would have been out, but she didn't. Good play by her. The pitch swung on and missed for strike one. Good heads-up play. It's the top of the 8th, so ignore the scoreboard. Sorry, I was talking to Jackson between innings and did not change it. Nothing and one. Gottschall shows bunt as Thompson fakes a throw down to first. As Alyssa Arnold was charging. Strott was squaring there, so it's 1-1. Francik to the Big 12 commit. And that's a beautiful bunt. The throw down to first gets her. And that advances the nice sacrifice by Kylie Strott. One out here. And down to second base goes Catherine Conway. And Briston Bordeaux comes up, struck out and popped out twice. So let's see here. That's a ball on the outside portion of the plate, I guess. 1-0. Pitch. Uh-oh. That's foul. Thank goodness that ball. That was dangerous. Man. Sometimes it's the flukiest things in games like this that can win it. So the plan is we'll play another hour here, and they'll just finish it up next week if they can over at Lake Brantley. 1-1, Francik. And that's foul. That's a good swing to Briston Bordeaux. Kayla Morris is on deck, and Kayla's had a good night. A double. Last time up, single before that. So you definitely want a two-out situation here, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. Francik with 15 strikeouts tonight. The pitch, high and outside, 2-2 now. So 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Two. Strike 3 from Francik, number 16. 2 outs. As Kayla Morris steps in. A ground out, a single, and a double tonight. So now would be a bad time if you're a Melbourne fan for a double. Double last time. And she's first pitch swinging. And it's 0-1. As Alicia goes out to talk to Jazzy. When we were asking Alicia about these conversations, she said, I just go out and make sure she's throwing what she wants to throw. Kind of put her arms up there. So I'm not sure. Who knows? 0-1. And another piece of that does Kayla Morris get. And it's 0-2. What are we doing here? Let's see what we're doing here. Not sure. All right, 0-2. Both of Morris's hits have come with 2 strikes, so nothing new to her. And there's a little grounder to the third baseman. She's got to hurry. She won't get her. And around third coming. Safe at the plate. What a play. What an unbelievable hustle play by Catherine Conway. She never stopped. Turned. Great hustle all the way around by Lake Brantley right there. As Catherine Conway scores the 3rd run. And stopping at second base. What a play is Kayla Morris. And it's 3-2. That was just beautifully executed. Beautifully executed. And Kiki Beltre steps in. Pitch. And that's a ball. That's taking a chance. And it pays off. Gutsy play. Gutsy play. That's a strike. It was a slow ground ball that took forever to get picked up just because of how slow it was rolling. The throw to first did not get the speedy Morris, and never stopping was Catherine Conway, and she scores. Good play. Good play. Two and one now. You knew it would be something like that to break the tie between these two. These two teams are just that great. Kiki swings and misses. And it's strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Haven't said it in a while, but I'll say it here. Deuces are wild. And you got to hustle down the first baseline, and they certainly did. That was pretty neat, huh, Jackson? Caleb, if you're watching, we'll pick you up somewhere on A1A here in a little bit. Popped up and out of play. What a good night on Brevard Sports Network. We have, 1, 2, 3 lacrosse games and this outstanding softball game. That is where'd you get that bag? Is that a camera bag? I like that. I like it. And that will end the inning, and the Bulldogs are down to their last 3 outs. But don't forget now, the last time Lake Brantley scored, so did the Bulldogs. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning, 3-2 Lake Brantley. All right, Riley McKellar steps in, and it's quickly 2-0 to McKellar, and the last thing you want to do is put the lead off for batter aboard here. 3-2, Lake Brantley, bottom of the 8th inning, top of the order, or middle of the order, I should say. Riley McKellar, Jazzy Francik's on deck, and Alicia Thompson behind her. So this is it right here. You just get the feeling Melbourne will win it, or they won't. 3-0 to McKellar. Strike one, 3-1 now, a hitter's count. The pitch, and there's a line drive, but foul, and it's now 3-2 to Riley McKellar. Both these teams playing their hearts out here tonight. That's for sure. And guess what? They will again next week when they meet up over at Lake Brantley. Let me see if I can't make the trip over and broadcast that one. And there's a little shot to the second. What a scoop. What a flip. 1 out. Nice scoop and flip there by guess who? Catherine Conway, the young lady that came around to score the go-ahead run. That's a tough play right there. 1 out. Jazzy Francik steps in. And what a battle back by Gabriella Mike after going down 3-0 to get the out. So the pitch, strike at the knees, 0-1. Again, this is both of these teams outstanding fielding teams. 957 for Lake Brantley. 22 errors this year, 968 for Melbourne. 14 errors this year. 1-1 to Francik. Alicia Thompson on deck. The pitch, the changeup is a beaut, Clark, and it's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Francik. High and outside, 2-2. Hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Not over yet, but thank you for tuning in here to Brevard Sports Network. Wow. 3-2 to Jazzy. Don't know where that missed. Pitch, and Francik with a liner into right, hauled in for the second out. Nice play, nice track out there by the right fielder, Addison Martindale, who is the extra player tonight. She's not batted. And the Bulldogs are down to their final out, and if you're going to be down to your final out tonight, it might as well be the young lady that's got the 2-run bomb in this one, Alicia Thompson. So Gabriella Mike, the pitch, low for a ball, 1-0. Nadia English is on deck. Thank you, Miss Nicole. Appreciate that. 1-0. Mike to Thompson. And there's a hard ground ball, and the Bulldogs aren't done yet. As Thompson rounds first. And I tell you what, Alicia Thompson having her a night tonight. And Nadia English steps in and coming on the run for Alicia is going to be number 12 for the Bulldogs. I'll tell you who that is. Not sure. It's either Candace Key or Sarah Matos. Find out here together. Yep, Candace. All right, so 2 outs here with Nadia English at the dish. The pitch, strike one, beaut from Mike. The Duke commit to the Stetson commit. outside. The throw down to first is close, but back. Nice little shot down there to keep Kansas close. The pitch, low in the dirt, and English looks at ball 2, 2-1. Thompson with a 2-out base hit keeps the Bulldogs' hopes alive. Strike 2. Nadia does not like it, but now we are down to, for the Bulldogs, what could be the final Deuces Wild opportunity of the night. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th, 3-2, Lake Brantley. Mike winds, rocks high, ball 3. Full count. The runner at first will be off when the ball gets where it needs to. On the full count pitch, Alyssa Arnold on deck. The tying run would be at second. See what happens. Here's the pitch. Strike 3, and Lake Brantley closes the door on the Bulldogs tonight with a 3-2 win in 8 innings with an outstanding effort tonight by both of these teams. Our players of the game tonight for the Melbourne Bulldogs, it is Alicia Thompson. Who else would it be? And for the Lake Brantley Patriots, it's got to be Catherine Conway tonight, right? I mean, a triple, a single, a walk, and she scores, or a walk, I'm sorry, single, she scores the winning run. And not a bad night either tonight for Kayla Morris as well. Ariana Turner with a bases-clearing triple back in the 3rd inning to score Kiki Beltre and Kayla Morris. So that'll do it. That'll wrap it up. We'll be back with you right here tomorrow night from Dawson Field for the Cape Coast Conference Softball Championships between Melbourne and Astronaut. Your final score tonight, the Lake Brantley Patriots snap a 2-game losing streak to Melbourne as they travel to Brevard County and get the win. These 2 teams will do battle next week at Lake Brantley. So for Athletic Director Chad Raymond, for Head Coach Dan Adell, for Head Coach Jacob Stanley, I'm Alan Slaughterzinski. Once again, your final score, the Lake Brantley Patriots 3, the Melbourne Bulldogs 2. Have a great night, everybody, and make it a sports night.